Where does your water go? We are all connected by water and connected to the water that surrounds us. And everyone lives in a watershed. A watershed is an area of land where all the water has the same drainage point. You can find watersheds all over the world, and my watershed is in the middle of the contiguous United States. The Grand Lake watershed starts in northern Kansas, with waters coming in from western Missouri and the very northwest corner of Arkansas, and all that water drains into Grand Lake in Oklahoma, before going on to join the Arkansas River, then the Mississippi River, and the Gulf of Mexico. And no matter where you live or what watershed you live in, non-point source pollution affects the water quality in your area. Non-point source is not a direct discharge from a specific point, but rather is the pollutants carried in by rainfall, otherwise known as stormwater runoff. Precipitation can come in many forms and intensities as rain falls onto the land. Some of it soaks into the ground and recharges our aquifers. What doesn't soak in runs over the ground and picks up pollutants that get carried to the next surface water body. If you're on a city street or a highway, your pollutants might be chemicals from cars or trash on the street. If you're in a more rural area, maybe it's fertilizer, herbicides, or manure. At your house or in a small town, runoff pollutants may be the chemicals from your yard, washing your car, or where the dog uses the bathroom. All these areas may have issues with sewer or septic tank overflows, especially when wastewater systems are overworked with a sudden influx of water from a storm. And in any of these cases, you can find a way to help the water soak in instead of running off to reduce the amount of pollution in your waterways. Plants and trees do a lot to filter and absorb stormwater, so adding a green space in a parking lot, planting more trees in low areas, and using native vegetation can help reduce flooding and stormwater runoff. Leave the trees and the plants that grow along a creek. These areas are referred to as the riparian areas. Riparian buffer strips along a field of crops can protect the water and stabilize the soils. Vegetation along a creek prevents erosion and improves the water quality. Rain gardens are an option to soak in runoff in any area. Even a small rain garden in a yard can prevent a lot of runoff water. Rain gardens don't need to be very expensive, and once planted, don't need a lot of maintenance. Native plants in a low-lying area can use their deep roots to filter the soil, soak up the rain, and resist drought. Other ways to reduce runoff is to teach others about the importance of nature and pollution prevention. Some of my favorite days are spent teaching young people about keeping our water clean, protecting the environment, and using natural resources wisely. For more information about non-point source pollution and what you can do where you live, please contact our office. Niawe.